Hi you guys. Hey you guys, this is Allison hanging out in my space to craft. I just finished a one-page layout. Here I have some leftover ephemera that I need to put away. And I also did a couple of updates, glue, extra adhesive on a couple of pages. And now I think I want to tackle this pretty big 2-page layout, but it's going to go fast because my base pages are already done. I did them a long time ago. Here I've pulled out some scraps for matting of the photos and making some die cut strawberries for my ephemera. But I used a particular paper kit. It may have been my mind's eye. I'm not sure. I remember, but it was a pretty big paper kit. I think I've used almost every single bit of it. So I put together this scrapbook layout. I think at one time I had this flipped this way so that it was not the same. And then I realized these strawberries are upside down and I don't like that. So I turned it back over. So I wasn't trying to make these all line up. I'm okay with it. I wanted it to look a little random. I think it looks like I used some Kiwi Lane templates to do all this tearing and layering. So I have a little journal box here that I already made, or I can put a photo on it, which I may end up doing. I've got this. So that's the ephemera that I have sort of ready to go. I've already done the title down here, Berry Fun, and I have just 150 pictures. No, not really. Not quite, but close. Of course, I was taking the pictures, so I'm not in any of the pictures, but this is us picking strawberries at a place called Froberg Farms. That is pretty close to our house. Oh, there's a picture of me. How about that? We went with my friend Erin and Grandma, and you can see we had a lot of strawberries picked. And either later that day or the next day, Reese and my mom made strawberry marmalade with a lot of the strawberries. So I am going to trim up some photos to make them a little smaller, but still be able to tell that you're in a strawberry field. So like this one is going there, and I'll try and be relatively consistent with the sizes. So I'll try and do like 3x4 for some of them, 4x4 for some of them, and stuff like that. And then we're gonna be able to tuck those photos in different places. I think I'm gonna try and mat all of them. And I will use these 2 different colors. This is actually embossed. 2 different colors of, this is a reddy pink. They match the colors perfectly to make both some big and some small strawberries to also tuck in with the photos. And I have some green for the leafy bits and the leaves. And then I think I just need, I'm gonna use a dark brown for the backside of the strawberries for the seeds instead of black. I think the black might look a little funny. I'll try and see just how dark I can get. Or maybe this, that's not quite a dark, I don't know. I may try and use this. Or a dark brown, we'll see. I have this almost looks like a charcoal. So let me go off and do that, and then I will come back and we'll be ready to place and embellish. Okay, you guys, I have done all my homework. I filtered out one picture because it was just too tight. And it's a little bit of a duplicate of this one where she's looking straight at the camera, and I really like that better. So I'm just going to save this, and it may go in, I don't know what. Maybe I'll make her a little flip album or something like that. So let me explain what I did. I made 2 different color strawberries and 2 different sizes, large and small, and a bunch of leaves. I've inked all of those things in, these were inked in Lumberjack Plaid. All the leafy bits were inked in Mowed Lawn. And then just about everything was inked with a little bit of Walnut Stain, a darker brown. And I like the way those all came out. Gives them a little depth. I did not ink the pink ones with anything, but I'm fine with it. So all of this was already done. The little ribbon here, this little sticker, which once I've done these, this looks a little out of place, but that's okay. Look, inky fingers. See, I've been inking. I matted everything. I can't believe I used up almost all the scraps that I had pulled for it except this. Everything else was used up almost completely. I put a couple of scraps into my what I use for cards, sentiments, and that kind of thing. Let's see. And then I had a little bit of this paper left, and so I used it to mat 2 of the pictures, but I only had a piece about this size, so I had to gut this to mat this. So took a little surgery, but I did it. I also cut this down. It was a much bigger and wider. I don't need that much space. So I think I'm happy with it. It's a little helter-skelter. You know, you can't say it's this kind of structure or layout, but I think I'm okay with it. I will probably scoot these things so that they're a little bit more up, down, up, down. But I'm happy with it. So I decided to speed up. The rest of this page didn't take me that long. It's just some fussing around and moving things, and then getting the details, like adding enamel dots at the end and things like that. But this section took me about 15 minutes, but you'll see it in less than 5. And then we'll do some close-ups after. So I'm just placing all the little bits, making sure everything's inked and appropriate. So, and there's me trying to decide, you know, do you make the pages crooked or not? And when they're tucked in to plate things, I do kind of like the crooked look a little more. These pictures are so cute. My daughter actually went strawberry picking again this year at the same place, but they went late in the season, so they didn't get as much as we had buckets and buckets this time. But it takes a lot of strawberries to make marmalade. My mom still makes jam, and she makes marmalade and strawberry marmalade, and we've made fig jam together. So it's pretty neat. She keeps us well supplied in any kind of jams we want. I did cut down that journal box just a bit. It was so big, you know, I was trying to use up paper when I did this, use up all the pieces, but the journal box was just too big. So I made it more narrow because it was a little oversized. And then just tucking that in. And that die cut strawberries came out real cute. I was very pleased with them. I probably should have made a couple more to put where that strawberry sticker is with the berry fun. Probably should have replaced that with more strawberries. And even maybe put some with that ribbon up in the top left corner. But I'm happy with the way the page came out. And just looking for the right reds and pinks and greens. I think I used a pink, a red, and a green enamel dot. So I tend to not keep those with the paper collections. I keep them in a little bin on my desk, and I just use whatever works with whatever papers, because I have so many papers that didn't come with enamel dots that it's always good to add them. So just adding those as finishing touches. So our strawberry season is usually really early, like March and early April. I always remember doing strawberries in the midsummer when we lived in England, but that's not the case in hot Texas. All right, so we're fixing to go to real time for some close-ups of this berry fun page. There. Oops, knocked it. All right, here's a 2-page layout titled Berry Fun. 8 pictures on a 2-page layout. It's pretty good. Made my own ephemera on the Cricut. Used some cut-aparts. Lots of layers, Kiwi Lane templates, and tearing. So, thanks a lot, you guys.